There's a 45% chance of ending in divorce in America. Second marriages end in 60% divorce rate. And then third marriages are 73% divorce rate.
Wow.
So our question is, why is this happening? Why are people getting married and then divorcing? I believe they know the mission of being single.
Oopsie.
And we about to drop the bomb on y'all.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Esther Effect. My
What's
name
up,
is
guys?
Georgia. Frank, this is one of my best buddies from LCU. He has an awesome channel.
Yeah, channel is Oh Happy Day. You guys should check it out. And I'm just launching it. I'm excited to just be a part of the YouTube family.
You guys should definitely go ahead and check out that channel. We're actually going to be doing a second segment about what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
And it's going to be on his channel, and I'll put the description down below in the description box. So it is actually 8 different reasons that you should
remain single. 8 reasons why you should remain single.
Number 1, your emotional health. You know, different experiences that you've had in your life, whether you were, maybe sometimes something happened to you that you were not, you know, you didn't know was gonna happen. It just happened to you. You didn't have anything to do with it, or something that you did, or different painful experiences in different relationships, whether it's your parents or friends or previous relationships. But those things have happened to you, and so they kind of leave like a scar and leave a mark on your life. And you definitely don't want to bring that into the next relationship that you might have. And the Lord will bring them up, luckily, in the season that you're single. Yeah.
Cut it out. Get that thing out of there.
It's good.
I would encourage you guys, even when you spend time with the Lord and just praying with Him, ask Him to prune your heart.
Yeah.
To take out what needs to be taken out and put in what needs to be put in.
Number 2.
Number 2, if you are terrified of being single, if you believe that as being single you can't or won't be happy, or you're pretending that you are happy when you're single, these is like some clear-cut signs, guys. You need to get away from the idea of getting into a relationship way too soon.
Trusting His timing. The Lord has got someone. If that's a desire, you don't need to be scared. You don't need to be terrified. Take that faith that you have when it comes to healing, and then hone in on that with your singleness, because it's coming. It's a desire in your heart. It's yours.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Psalms 37:4 says, delight yourselves in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart.
Yeah.
But the first key to that is delighting yourself in the Lord, which we'll talk about later. So you guys stay tuned to that.
Number three. So if you feel lonely all the time, that is a clear sign that you should probably stay single. I was feeling lonely, and I was thinking about, when am I going to get married, all these things. But the Lord said, I want you to just take everything, like the rawness of feeling lonely, not texting anyone, even if, you know, you're just trying to talk to somebody. Just feel that rawness of just, you know, you're feeling lonely, but come to me. It's a clear sign to be filled up in Him first, and not, you know, and just because you're feeling lonely doesn't necessarily mean that you're alone. You're not alone. He's always right there. And so you can have those conversations that you would normally want to get to know maybe your significant other, but you can have those same conversations with the Lord. I started to ask Him all those personal questions. I wanted to get to know Him like I would get to know maybe a significant other.
Amen. Yeah. Singleness is not loneliness. Number 4. Allow yourself to be in a place of singleness where you can create your character, your work ethic, your intelligence that you can then bring into your relationship. Guys, I'm sharing with you right now, if you haven't built that up, getting into a relationship without that, then trying to build it in a relationship, it's not going to work out too well for you. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why the statistic was first-year marriages are ending and 45%. That's almost 50%.
Yeah, wow.
That's just crazy. That's crazy, guys. So look, guys, I want to encourage you guys, man, to focus on your singleness. Get into that secret place you was talking about. Ask the Lord, this is favorite color, and then He'll share with you all His secrets, because He has nothing hidden from His children. And I just feel like He's going to be building in you a character to look just like Christ. So trust in Him in this season of singleness.
When you're taking that opportunity to build into the character that God's created you to be. It actually will allow you to increase your capacity to be able to have a relationship. It just will give you that ability because you're not necessarily mature if you haven't built your character. Wisdom in life and in your spirituality and in relationships, whether it's romantic or not, if it's your parents.
Not allowing your significant other to then determine your character and
that you have found it in your place of singleness.
So number 5.
Number 5.
Your number one love.
Number 1.
He needs to be number 1.
Jesus is not your number 1, then you're not able to love yourself to the full capacity because you don't know who you are. Therein, you're not able to love the other person. You're not able to love even your friendships or your family, and especially the person that you're going to give everything to, who's going to be you're the most vulnerable to, they know everything, how you think, everything about you. You're not actually able to give everything to them, have that character, and be like Christ to the full capacity because he needs to be your number 1, and he'll convict you in different situations.
That's right.
How to correctly act with that person in all the millions of different situations.
Absolutely. A lot of us want to come to God asking, okay, God, who's the one for me? Or is this person the one for me? Yet we wouldn't even talk to God if it was on the cell phone. Guys, we have to get a relationship with Jesus. It is the firm foundation. Like I'm telling you what, I honestly believe the reason why most marriages end in divorce, the 45%, is because it's not founded on Jesus. Number 6, if you have not prayed or fasted over this relationship, it's probably one reason why you should still remain single. I'll tell you what, one thing that fasting does, it does not move God. It doesn't. But it moves us to help us see clearer in what God is doing. So if we choose not to fast and we choose not to pray, understand we probably aren't seeing clearly. And so there's a part of our flesh in there that's telling us, hey, you should get with this person. That'll be really, really good. But like, wait a minute, hold the brakes on that. Just because it seems good doesn't mean it's not going.
If a guy comes up to you to pursue you, they haven't fasted and they haven't prayed, but they're maybe speaking out of their flesh that they want to like pursue you. I had somebody come up to me and say that they wanted to marry me right from the get-go, and I only knew them a couple days. They definitely didn't fast and pray about that, passing on confusion. Girls, if you did not hear from the Lord that this is not your spouse, then it's a really good reason to remain single.
Remain single, guys.
Remain single.
Hey, keep that finger bare. Keep it down. Somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, I believe that you're my wife. I believe God gave me a vision and a dream, and I saw confirmations, and I saw a billboard with your name on it and the number 3698. And then start naming your birth certificate and where you were born. You need to be like, look, I'm so happy you hear from the Lord, but I need to hear from him too.
Yeah.
So until then, I'm gonna need you to back up.
Yeah.
You want to get into something way too quick?
Yeah.
When like you haven't heard from the Lord.
Number 7. Having more of a selfish and simplistic view of what it means to love, care, and uplift your man. That it's more about you and fulfilling something in you, and that you're lonely, or that it's from more of a deficit in your relationship. Then that's, if you're feeling more that you need to be filled up or puffed up, or that you're just bored or something like that, then you probably shouldn't be getting into a relationship because you're fulfilling all these things in yourself when that person is never going to give that to you. It's only going to be from the Lord. You're giving everything to this person, and it's not about you anymore, because that's the joy of singleness, is everything's about you and the Lord in the singleness.
What?
But when you get into the relationship, it's all about them.
Them
and the Lord.
Them. Let's get the Bible out, shall we? We're going to 1 Corinthians 13. One thing that love isn't selfish.
Yeah.
Let me just read just what love is, guys, okay? And if just read this, and as I'm reading it out, if it ain't resonating with your heart, this is something that you definitely want to read over and ask God to build in you. The word says in 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4, love is patient, love is kind, love is not jealous, love does not brag and is not arrogant. It does not act unbecomingly, it does not seek its own. That is selfishness. It is not self-seeking. It is not provoked. It is not take into account wrong suffered. Love does not hold offense. Offense is actually selfishness. They should have done that. They should have done this. Love does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. That is the key to a relationship. And guess what? In there, we said love is not self-seeking. We want to make sure that we want to stay out of this place of self-seeking where we try to find something in someone else so they can give it to us. You're like, oh my goodness, I can imagine myself being with you. Doesn't mean that you should be with them, guys. Yeah. It means you need to go and listen to number 6 and pray and fast.
The last one.
Last one. Ah!
Number 8.
Number 8. Which is kind of feeds off what I just came through, which is the 1 Corinthians 13, and it is loving yourself, so then you can love the other one properly in marriage. Guys, going back to 1 Corinthians 13, if I read that and that just you wasn't feeling that's how you feel about right now in your heart, I would encourage you to go to it, 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4, start from the beginning and ask God. Stop after every one, be like, God, I want to be, help me be more patient, help me be more kind, help me be more loving. I want to rejoice with good, I want to hate unrighteousness. And you want to get into that and you just want to just really build yourself up in that way. I want to encourage you guys, Jesus tells us in the word, the Pharisees came to him, they asked him, what is the greatest commandment? And he told them, he said, the first greatest commandment is to love God with all your mind, body, heart, and soul. In spirit. And the second one, he said, is just like it. So you have the first greatest commandment, and then the second greatest commandment is right here. It's the exact same. He said it was equal. And he said that you must love your neighbor as you love yourself. We see that loving our neighbor is something that is equally as valuable as loving God. But there is a prerequisite to loving your neighbor. And what is it? Loving yourself. Yeah. And so I want to encourage you guys, when you get to that secret place of like, you know what, God, I'm done focusing on trying to get in a relationship. I'm done trying to believe somebody else can fill the holes that need to be filled by you. But I'm also done with needing love from anyone else because I have love from you. And so receive his love so then you're able to then give his love.
This singleness is a part of your marriage.
That's what really it is.
Cool. Yeah,
that's what it is.
It really is.
That's it.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yes.
For sure, go ahead and check out Frank's channel.
Check it out, guys. Yay. Come on, we're waiting on you. We got a part 2 over there for you guys.
We'll have the link to the video for Frank's video in the description box.
It's gonna be there.
You can go right over there. Just hope this encourages you. We love you so much.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Don't be a statistic.
Yeah. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.